been well over a year in the making, but today we're going to be building the final tower of Shark's Mini Towers of Heck, Ring 2. That tower is going to be called Tower of Crossing Chaos, and it's going to have a tower crossing on each floor to one of the other towers here. And so I think that's an excellent way to wrap up Ring 2 as kind of a recap. But next week I'm going to be posting a video where I kind of show off this ring and not be like building anything. This is also the final video of 2022. So I have lots of cool video ideas planned for 2023. So please consider subscribing if you're not already. This tower is going to take up this tower slot. So this was kind of a joke name. I originally had it as. Back when I first started this, like every tower had a temporary name, and that's what this was. Now there was a thingy here that said will be built whenever part limit is increased, but on the like 4 previous takes of this intro where various things went wrong, on one of those I deleted that. So basically on the 12-hour challenge video, I'll do this while building the frame for this, I suppose. When I did the 12-hour challenge at the start of this year, Tower of Crossing Chaos was actually going to be the original, like the first tower I built in that video. I could go back and re-watch that part of the video and see why I decided not to, but I'm too lazy to do that. I think it was like I wanted to wait until I built the other towers, or like several other ones like that I had planned for that video. So because I wanted to include those in the tower crossings, if that makes sense. But then I ended up running out of part limit, so I just had to leave this tower to be unbuilt. At that point in time, the maximum part limit was 3,600, and that has since been increased to 4,100. Except I usually have it at 4,000 because I did unsubscribe from Roblox Premium, but now I'm resubscribed at the moment. I was thinking after I finished the Christmas event, when I built this tower, it was going to be like something else, a different video I had planned, but then I saw this comment that reminded me that I had originally planned to build Tower of Crossing Chaos, so now we're doing that. The video idea that was going to be what this video was once to be posted next Saturday when I start Ring 3. Okay, so let's look at the original comment. That was what this tower is going to be. Basically what I already kind of explained. He says, "Hi, I have an idea. Tower of Crossing Chaos, where every floor is a tower crossing." It's pretty self-explanatory, but one floor isn't going to have a tower crossing because there's only 7 other towers and there's 8 floors. So I think what we'll do is the first floor won't have a tower crossing. We could go in difficulty order, or we could go like in the order I built them, which I kind of like that idea better. So the other remorseless tower here is Tower of Detail Destruction, and if you fell at the start here, it would do that. So we're going to do something kind of similar there, but instead of being a boring kill bricks at the bottom, it's going to be like the floor is broken, and so is this thing, this wooden frame. So you would just fall into the lava, except it'll still teleport you, because that would mean every time you fell, you'd have to go to the portal again. And there's no point in making this to be that annoying. Okay, this looks very epic. Let's see it with the lighting effects. Ooh, yes, I like that. And notice I put a sign here that says falling below this point will send you back to this platform. I could put like a teleporter like here at this level, but that's boring. So instead I'm going to select all of these and the entire floor and like everything here and make it all can collect false. That way you will kind of fall through the floor a little bit before you hit the teleporter. To check if I have them all selected, let me change my snap to grid to like 100 and see if they all go away if I move this up. Now let me just move that back down. Wait, oh my gosh, I didn't even set it to can't collide false. Why am I just so dumb? I do want there to be some parkour that isn't part of the tower crossing. I mean, then again, this is a very small space because it's a 30 by 30 tower. So like you can see I'm like already at the top of here. Actually, I can do wall hops too because this is remorseless. Okay, you can just jump there. Whatever. So the parkour will go up to here, and I'll say, as the name of this tower suggests, there will be a lot of tower crossings in this tower. And then this sign says, the first one is to Tower of Detail Destruction. I guess we'll make all the teleporters be, well, what color were they over here in this one, where you like teleported over here? We'll make them be the same color, which appears to just be neon white. So now let's decide what part of this tower we want. I think this is after this like companion cube section. Hold on, let me just select a section of this. Okay, it activates those, and you jump there. Okay. So we'll have the teleporter be below here, and let me just play through this and decide how much of this I want. We'll have this go up here through the outside section, up this ladder, and across the tightrope. So to do that, we want to take our teleport pad. I already set the location, so I don't know why I'm doing that again. So since I already did that, let's go ahead and modify this how I want it to. This one won't really require anything to buff, since this tower it's crossing to is remorseless already, but I guess we can modify it a little bit. Like, this one is low remorseless, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I guess we'll buff it a little bit. So the teleport pad beneath this point, since it's just the start, we'll have it send you only like 1 jump back. We'll make the texture of this be basalt, I guess, because that looks kind of cool. First buff we can do to this is going to be, I'm not really sure what color to make it. I guess neon or like bright red studs. This will be the first buff. So you have to do that and go like to the side to do that wall hop. That makes this like way harder. Okay, we'll instead add sort of a checker kind of thing here, or like alternating. That way it's like two thingies to do wall hops on. In theory, that would make it easier. I don't know if it's actually going to do that though. But do keep in mind you lose like one progress if that happens. Sometimes when I do tower crossings, I like to do like you go backwards through a section that you would normally go the other way through, like normally playing the tower. Let's see, we can put a jump here, and then you'll go this way. This ladder will be blocked. Also, all these things are going to be button activated, so I can't really make it be like transparent. So like I'm going to put a wall here so you can't go around and shortcut. Sadly, I can't make it semi-transparent though. I mean, I could, but when it activates, it's always transparency 0. So you'll do that. We need a thing blocking the ladder. After you do this outside section backwards, you'll do these jumps up to here, and then we'll leave the rest of it as is. Now that we've finished that, I've set the teleport location. Once you finish it to be in this box, you'll walk onto here. So now we want to put a button around the teleporter that takes you to the tower crossing, and select the teleporter down here. We want to select all of these, and then the rest of the red thingies that modify this, and this teleporter. Then we want to click confirm, and now I have to reselect all of them again. Pro tip, whenever you're like making a bunch of things be connected to a button, like if it's a make objects visible button, connect them and then make them all invisible, because otherwise that means you have to select them all like in the button link objects thingy. You have to select them all while they're invisible, and that's really annoying to do that. Okay, so now I can reset, and if you're actually in Tower of Detail Destruction, then it's the same. Doesn't make a difference. But now when you enter the tower crossing, assuming I hit the correct button, that is, it should activate all these things. Oh, I don't want to link to that. So I basically followed that same process of building the tower crossings for most of the other ones here. There are a couple I'm going to do differently, so I'm going to highlight those. The first one is the tower crossing to this tower. I can't remember the name of it. It's called Tower of Industrial Uprise, now I remember. Which is the realistic tower, and teleporting isn't all that realistic, so we're going to not do that. So you go outside here, and before I forget, I'm going to add an invisible wall here so you can't wall hop. This arrow indicates you jump all the way down here. Actually, you don't have to jump, but you're supposed to. I just missed the space bar there. I pressed it 1 nanosecond too late. Okay, so you would press the generator thingy, and then you just do this. I guess now I'm intending you just do the tower as normal up until this point. Yeah, we're basically going to put a door here that would be not noticeable otherwise, and it's just going to open when you press a button that I'm going to put there. So you'll be able to, like, just imagine this isn't there. You'll just do that. Then you'll do these jumps back to the tower. We shall make this button make objects invisible and click this, confirm. Okay, now I can test it. I'll teleport here, and you can see it's currently closed, but when I press the button that's right here, it will open that. I guess we can kind of make it be like sort of realistic. If you just sort of imagine the door was like already open this time through the tower. And I'll put a sign right here to make it more clear exactly what you are supposed to do during this particular tower crossing. Now, yes, these platforms are floating, but like they're this floor, so I say that makes sense because it's not part of the realistic tower. This teleporter will take you to Tower of Team C's. You must complete the entire tower, but you will have increased speed and jump power. However, keep in mind that you will still be required to collect a piece of trash per floor, excluding the final floor. So this currently teleports you to the wrong location, because I thought about having it send you to here, but instead I guess it can send you here. I'll change that in a moment. So to do this, we need a speed pad to, of course, change your walk speed, and I think it's a global properties part to change the jump power. Yeah, walk speed can be double. I don't know what the default jump power is. Like, I know it's 50, but apparently, like, Obby Creator doesn't use that for some reason. Jump power is 100. Yeah, because apparently it uses percentages, according to this comment. So with that in mind, 200 should be 2 times jump power. I would call that a lot more than 2 times, but you know what, it's fine. These will be visible as they're going to be button activated, so like I said kind of earlier, I can't make them be invisible. Okay, so this button should activate those 2 thingies, and they are slightly noticeable. They're more so in edit mode, but obviously you're not going to be playing this in edit mode. So only if you look closely can you actually see those, so that's fine. The other thing I need to do is that with these changed walk speed thingies, you'll be able to do that. I put some thingies here, which will be button activated by that same button that activated those jump pad things. That way you will not be able to just jump over this wall. Those are all connected now, so I can just select these now and do that. So this button, since you can actually see it, it's going to look like it's going to be a teleporter, but then it's actually not. So I'm going to put a button and give it the same visual properties as one of these teleporters. So you're going to think it's going to teleport you to there, or whatever tower it is, if you weren't keeping track of that it was one for each of these, and that's the last one. So you'll think it's going to do that, but instead it's going to activate some platforms ahead of you, which are to be this bright red color, like everything else. It's now time to play the whole tower start to finish. Here's the Obby ID if you want to come play this, or any of the other towers in this ring, other than the Citadel and Soul Crushing, because those have different Obby IDs. So over in the psychologically unsafe tower section, we have Tower of Crossing Chaos. Following below this point will send you back to this platform. You first need to do this, and you got to do a wall hop there. I had to modify this a little bit because this blocked you from doing the wraparound. Then you do these moving parts, and then ladder flicks. Then you jump here. As the name of this tower suggests, there will be a lot of tower crossings in this tower. The first one is to Tower of Detail Destruction. For this one, I haven't actually tried this with alignment. Yeah, it's like way easier with alignment, so I guess that's what you should do. So you jump here, and then up here, and then you actually go backwards, like compared to what you actually do in the tower, like normally. And so you'll go over here to this teleporter, which will send you to here. Then you gotta do this quick section until you get to the Tower of Honeybee Heights. You gotta wrap around there, and then half stud. You jump here, and now you have this ladder walk section, which I added ladder flicks to. You gotta get to that teleporter, ladder walk, truss flick, wall hop, okay, saying all the wrong things. Jump down in order to complete the next tower crossing, which is to Tower of Industrial Uprise. You'll need to press the generator button, climb up the truss, and then complete the following 3 floors. Then you will exit via an open door on the backside of the tower. You jump down, walk around the frame out here. You gotta press this button, and then you do these 3 floors exactly as you would in Tower of Industrial Uprise normally. Once you get up to this floor, you go out this door, that rhymed, and then you do this outside section, and we're back into the tower. You jump here, and then this teleporter will take you to Tower of Team Seas. You must complete the entire tower, but you will have increased speed and jump power. However, keep in mind that you will still be required to collect a piece of trash per floor, excluding the final floor. There's 7 in total. There's 2, 3, 4. The one on floor 5 is kind of annoying with the increased walk speed. That was weird. You gotta get that into the Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence Incinerator. So that's 5. There's 6, so there's 1 more, which I think is up here. There we go. And so now you can go to here, where that teleporter is, which will take you back to here. Next one is here. This takes you to Tower of Ice Caverns. You gotta go across this conveyor to get through this gap. Then there's a sign that explains how you do this in order to get to the button. So now you just wait as the conveyors push you. That yellow button opens this, and so then you do this section, which is slightly buffed. It leads to that purple button. Then you go back in here, we have this. So it'll change some effects, and you actually go on this conveyor thingy this time, like you don't in the actual tower. So then you do that backwards. This wraparound is fake. There's a secret message here. That's what the temporary tower name of this was. You can pause and read that if you want. Okay, then you gotta do that, and teleport back over here. The best way to do this is to push the spheres back up the slope by walking backwards. This button will reset both spheres. You kinda gotta do that, and then push it backwards, and then make sure this isn't gonna roll away. You'll go to this teleporter, and now you're at the Tower of Head Scratching. Now, instead of actually getting it to the button, this time, you're just trying to get it so you can jump to this truss thing. And then you can hold space to go to the left. And you're almost at the end. You just have these Kilbert jumps, and then you press this. You think it's going to be a teleporter, but then it's actually some platforms up here, and you do the tower crossing to the final tower. This one's a moving platform. So then you go this way, and you gotta do that wraparound. You do this. This is made into a wraparound, that 11 stud, non-climbable. Wall hop, high jump, and some moving parts, and then you're at the wind pad. And there you go. That's the end. So Ring 2 is officially finished, other than a few minor changes I'll probably make to that and maybe a few other things. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to leave a like and consider subscribing. And like I said, I have lots of cool videos planned for 2023, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you in the next video, and have a great day.